Alright, you guys, how's it going? Ignore the shower cap and all the water. I literally just got fresh out of the shower, like literally like 2 minutes ago. But I was doing some reflecting on my old life like a year ago, probably like a year and a half. This was probably around like 2023, 125 now, so basically like a year and some change. But yeah, I was doing some reflecting. I wanted to just talk about it real quick. I was listening to a video, and it was like I think it was David Goggins, and he was giving a speech on like how people know what the answers are and stuff, but they just don't want to do what they need to do. And I kind of resonated with me, but not really. But I'll give you a little more in depth on that why that is. There was another video too that was talking about looking for the answers and trying to figure out life and stuff like that. And that one really connected with me more than the David Goggins one because I feel like people do know the answers. Like there's people who know how to like if you want to lose weight, right? You know you got to work out, but you try to figure out the best technique and all that other stuff, which doesn't. Yes, that matters, but the initial goal of losing weight is just to lose the weight. So it doesn't matter how you do it as long as you're doing it. So you know you have to run, eat good to lose weight. We all know the basics, which is be enough to get started. And that's what I wanted to talk about is just the starting process, right? Whether it's, excuse me, whether it's financial gain or whatever it may be. Like I said, getting in shape. A lot of us, and myself included, um, we look for like the best possible plan on we try to get all the information first before we start. And in content creation, I'm gonna use it because it's the easiest example. But even in everyday little life, all the process I've gained and all the knowledge I gained was just starting and figuring it out along the way. I think, and there's a great quote by the way too. It's like a good plan today is better than a perfect plan tomorrow. And all that means is just you're not supposed to have it super figured out. It's just starting and I'm gonna take the shower cap off, bro. I'm sorry. I can't focus with this on my head. Really just got a shower. There's water literally everywhere. But yeah, it was saying like a good plan today is better than a perfect plan tomorrow. And when you start something, you're not gonna have the answers to everything, and you're not supposed to because you're just starting it. But I think most people get stuck up on trying to figure out the best alternative for what they want versus just trying to get results. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not so like I said, I use myself for an example. When I first started YouTube and stuff, or when I first started getting serious about it, I'll say, um, I would just sit down for hours, literally hours on end, watching podcast clips, watching YouTube videos. I know y'all are. If you tried to be a YouTuber before or you watch How to Grow YouTube, you know exactly what I'm going to talk about. The vidIQ videos and Mr. Beast interviews and how to blow up overnight and how to get online for all these little not even shortcuts, but all these little tips and tricks they give to become a more successful YouTuber. Do this, work on your scripting, your planning, all this other stuff, right? And I would just watch that for hours and just soak in, trying to nitpick little information. Okay, this is how you do it. No, this is how you do it. Oh, no, this is how I do it. Oh, this is how I do it. And I just keep going back and forth until I realized the best I've ever had in YouTube and the best I've ever felt was when I just did me. Because what worked for this person might not work for you, and vice versa. What makes you blow up might not be what blows somebody else up. So it's like you can't really. And I'm using YouTube as an example, but this is for everything in life, like working out as well. Anything, but what works for someone else might not work for you, and it's better to figure out your own style. And I'm gonna use another great analogy for basketball. Um, People get inspiration from other players, but at the end of the day, we all have our own different play styles. Kyrie Irving and Stephen Curry, two great basketball players. They both play completely different, right? One can dribble his head off, right? The other one never misses. So it's like they're both great players, but they have two different styles. And I think that's what's the beauty in it is that trying to copy and paste someone else's technique is never gonna really work for you because it's not yours. Like you can well, what's the word? You can well define your own technique and make it work for you. And I think that's the beauty in the content creation and everything in life. And whether it's getting your body, some people might have lower body fat percentage than you. Some people might be taller, more bulkier. Some people might be more on the skinnier side and have to eat more to bulk up. Like everything's different. So trying to compare you to somebody else and trying to figure out what worked for someone else. Of course, you can, like I said, get inspiration, but you have to draw the line somewhere. You can't copy and paste someone else's lifestyle. And also with that too is realizing you're not going to have the whole plan, the whole 9 yards figured out the minute you decide to start. You're not going to. You figure it out as you're going along. And I just think that's so true though, that how people are just procrastinate. They'll wait until they got it all figured out to even attempt to start, and it's a waste of time. Now, do I think there's helpfulness and a whole bunch of that you can gain from watching and understanding and gathering information? 100%, 100%. I don't think I'd be where I am now if I didn't take the time to stop and watch those podcast clips and do my research on how to get. I don't think I'd be as good now as I am, but it came to a point where I had to draw the line. Okay, I did my research. It's time to start. You can't just keep researching for the rest of your life until it, like, the whole, and this is so serious. I know I keep jumping around from point to point. I gotta get better at that, but my mind is just racing. I really love to get these combos out. But when I first started streaming, keep in mind, I've been making content before streaming for like 2 years prior. I just started streaming in 2023. That whole year, the whole first year of streaming was straight technical difficulties. I didn't know how to set up audio. I didn't know how to set up lighting. I didn't know how to set up the video quality. Nothing. Everything was just horrible. I didn't know how to set nothing up. The whole year of it. Of course, I started to figure it out bits and pieces, but I didn't get it figured out until now. And even now, there's still things I'm figuring out. The whole second year was figuring out how to make thumbnail designs for the live channel, figuring out how to, just make stuff look good, all that stuff, right? And now in the third year, it's just me still figuring out growth strategies. So every year is a different focus point. I didn't go in the first year, okay, let me figure out thumbnail, like every year I chose one category to work on, and I did that. I didn't research thousands of hours, and that's what I'm saying too, like, even with streaming, I didn't research thousands of hours on how to do this, how to before I went live. I just went live, and I figured out along the way. The streams progressively got better, and that's what growth looks like. It's not gonna look like, okay, let me not do nothing for a year and just straight research and then get in there and then everything's gonna be perfect. No, you learn as you go along. So that's what I did, and I think that's what everyone should do when it comes to long-term growth. Of course, if you got some short-term plans or short-term goals you want to accomplish, you go ahead and make a plan, do whatever you want. But that's just how I view it. I think getting caught up in trying to be perfect is going to ruin you. And no one is perfect. You're not going to be perfect. There's top-tier creators right now who still sometimes, and who still sometimes have bad videos or bad live streams or this and that. And it's not, this ain't no D1 hating or nothing, but it's a little bit soothing to see the top-tier people still have problems. Not because I'm wishing on their downfall, but it just shows that you're not wrong for messing up, right? I've watched live streams where it's hundreds of thousands of people in live stream where they're having audio issues. It's like, okay, so we're human. Like, it's supposed to happen. It's not everything's going to be lined up perfectly for you in some mystical universe where all the planets align for you to start. Like, this is not going to happen. So even with the starting process as a whole, not even just getting where you're going, but just starting in general, you're not going to have the best. I upgraded my camera, my mic, my computer, my monitors, my controllers, everything on my stream setup right now, I upgraded as I started. I started with a PS4. That's it. A PS4 and a TV. Like a $30, $60 TV and a PS4. That's exactly what. Now I have a computer, headset, 2 monitors, ring light, microphone, camera. I upgraded as I went. I didn't just wait. I don't have a webcam, I can't start. No, I had no webcam, no nothing. I had a $5 headset from like Dollar General or something. That's how I started. And that's how you're supposed to start, because you progressively grow. You're not supposed to just wait until you get everything figured out for you. It's not ordeal. It's not ideal for it to work that way. And there's no excuses. So that's how I started. I'm pretty sure that's how a lot of people started, and that's how you're gonna have to start if you're going from ground zero. And that's anything in life, not just content. So yeah, if you guys are wanting to do something, just start. You're not gonna have no perfect plan. There's not gonna be a certain time where you feel like, okay, now's the time. I procrastinated making content for 6-7 years. I wanted to do this 6-7 years ago, and I never started. All the OGs in this content game that are popping now, I was in that same headspace. I want to do this. Never took the step. Now we're in the age of internet, and everyone's taking the step. If I had took that step earlier, who knows where I would have been. But it's all on God's timing, so I'm not really living in the past. I'm living in the present, and I'm looking forward to the future. That was like your bar. Somebody quote that. That was like fire. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want to come and talk to you guys about that real quick. I know it's kind of all over the place. Just got the shower, like I said. Excuse my hair and all the water is dripping everywhere. But yeah, appreciate you guys again. Like, comment, subscribe, make this far in the video. I go live on Twitch like 2-3 times a week. Links in the description if you want to follow me. We need one more follower to get to 415, bro. Y'all being stingy with the followers, bro. I know I've been at 415 for like 3 days, bro. Come on, man. But yeah, appreciate you guys again. Stay safe today. Stay safe today or tonight, whatever time it is for you. Like, comment, subscribe. Keep guiding guys' life, and I'll catch you guys later.